List of issues, situations, attacks, etc. at Sandalwood. I told the people that were sleeping in the parking lot, they had told me they were guests and they had outstayed their welcome of 2 weeks. It was more like months when I confronted them. Months that they had been sleeping in the parking lot. So instead of them exiting the parking lot at the highest rate of speed they could, they came out of that space going the opposite direction than they needed to leave. Came right up next to me, pulling their window down or rolling the window down, reaching for something, still mouthing off at me. The female said she has chief of police in her family and she's going to call him. Okay. The next incident is with this same female. She went ballistic because I was looking at her. She even knew my personal history and recited it to me. It's like, okay, where is she getting this information? The only other person I told, or one person in the complex that knew that I had a DUI was Aura. So her and Aura are friends. And the prostitute that was living next door, where this female was staying on a regular basis next door, Aura knows the whore. The whore went to Aura's a lot and visited. So Aura knows that a whore is living next door to me, posing as a relative. Aura doesn't say anything. Aura and me, we started out where she needed rides. I knew she was milking me for her rides, but I figured, okay, I'll help her out. That's the least I can do for be neighborly. Nope. She was rude, obnoxious. Like expecting me to give her a ride any and every time. She said it right then. Whatever I was doing, I had to drop it and tend to her. Okay, so that ended. And she forgot to pay for her last emergency ride. It took over a year to get that, and I wasn't even going to bother with that because it was only $5, and it kind of showed the kind of person she was and why I stopped giving her rides because, she told me she was going to pay me later. She didn't have any money. Nobody could take her. She couldn't wait for an ambulance. I had to be the only one to take her. Okay. She comes up on me one day, bit, because she thinks I've been telling her personal business to people around here. Well, no. Somebody had their truck hit and asked me specifically if Aura had a driver's license because they'd seen Aura driving. I knew a little bit of information that Aura had told me, so I gave it to the girl. That's all that was said. So that is spreading her shit around the place. Okay. And then she says that I sell pills and I take pills. I said, no, I don't. She said, oh, yeah, you do. I know you do. Okay. I said, well, you're a crack addict. Because to me, calling me something that I'm not, you're acting really strange. You don't have any proof, and yet you're dead set. I'm a pill popper, pill seller. Okay, well, you're a crack addict. Oh, she got bent on that. She walked away. Oh, I'm gonna make sure you pay for that. You gonna pay for that. Okay. A little while later, she did call the cops on me. She told the cops I'm staring at her and she's uncomfortable with that. And she had just got through talking to a maintenance lady named Webb, which I can hear Webb saying, well, Aura, if you're uncomfortable, call the cops. We weren't staring at her. Our buildings face each other. Oh, my God. And this Webb maintenance lady, there's something real suspicious with her. She shows up on my porch one day with the pest guy, unscheduled. They missed their time frame as usual. So I said something about it. I'm like, is this going to be a regular thing where y'all just miss the scheduled time? And she was screaming at me. And when she talked to the pest guy in one sentence, she lowered her voice and then went back to talking to me, screaming mode again. So even before she got into my apartment, I said, I'm going to make a complaint on you. What's your name? She refused to give me her name. And then when she did give me her name, it was different than the one I got when I had to go to the forced meeting to see if I was going to get evicted or not, because now she's claiming I hit her. And the third party that was in the room, the best guy, he quit that day. I'm thinking that he's the one that tapped her out as he went shooting by her out the door, and she was standing beside the door writing a fucking book report complaint on me. I didn't care if she's writing a complaint. So what? I hadn't done nothing. Just confronted her about her damn yelling at me. And you know what I did when I went to that meeting? I yelled just like she did the entire time, except for one sentence. And I said, oh, I could lower my voice, but I'm not going to. I went back to shouting. Kind of made my point. But the point is, she still works here, gets to come in my apartment anytime she wants. She has an agenda. Obviously. There's been no apology to me. I didn't fucking hit her. I don't hit people. I'm thinking that she thinks I'm Kim. I've had issues with people thinking I'm Kim. When I went to have my electricity cut on at this place, the guy baits me, goes off protocol, thinking I'm Kim, and going to ask me a question where it'll prove if I'm Kim or not. Who's my next of kin? I'm real sensitive about that question because I have psychopathic family that I have to love them from a fucking distance, and I hate to be reminded of that. But here we go again. I have to prove who I am to a government official that I've already given multiple documents proving who I am, but no. That's not good enough for him. He has to bait me. Who's my next of kin? And when I say I don't have anyone, he says, oh, not even your daughter? Not even my daughter. I don't have any goddamn kids. Zero. Kim does. She had a black married man's baby. I almost got my ass kicked finding out that information. That I suspect is the same people that live in this community. So they see me and they think again, oh, that's Kim. And I know as a fact, Jack, that this Kim bitch was a fucking whore. So maybe these people up in here said, oh, well, that's Kim and she's whoring. I know she is, so we could just go ahead and whore. Because the whoring started up here. People coming to my goddamn door late at night. What the fuck is that? The person that lived here previous to me shows up at my door, knocks and walks away? Casing me or much or what? Something going on. And Ivy wanting the parking lot dark on purpose. That's where the prostitution ring was going on. And she says she don't know the guests that live next door? Okay, that's suspicious. Because these guests, they knew they brought a whore next door. So did Ora. Ora didn't say nothing to the management. Oh, there's a whore here. Okay, making note of it.